And now live from the OCCW studios, OCCW proudly presents the Royal Ramble. Taking the place of Azrael tonight on the panel is Mr. Jack Bruce Davidson. And now, here's our host. If you ask his favorite waterway, he'll say the Panama Canal is. But he's no drip. He's your host, Jonathan Malice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome once again to Orange County Championship Wrestling's flagship show, the Royal Ramble, on its flagship station, the free admission channel. Before we get started, it is with under much duress and stressful and lots of forethought and thinking. I am sorry to announce a postponement of Black Saturday. That's right. Go ahead and run that graphic. Up until about 30 minutes ago, this was our plan for November 28th. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, certainly the state of but not beyond the state of California's control, we are going to be forced to move the date of Black Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the new date will be Friday, January 1st. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. New Year's Day. We will not only be bringing you live professional wrestling here at the Della O Training Center. Go ahead and we can put my pretty face back on because Black Saturday is no longer Saturday. It's gotten a little bit blacker. Dark Saturday is what we should call it.
I would say that the right side of that was pretty handsome. The left side was the ugly that you were referring to.
Fair enough. All right. So those of you who will not be able to attend on New Year's Day but have already purchased tickets, please feel free to contact me about a refund. Those of you who have already purchased tickets but want to still attend, your ticket will be honored there. You won't have to do a damn thing but bring that same ticket. And not only will we take care of you, we will give you the seating of your choice. That's right, the seating of your choice. Just get here when you can and let us know beforehand. So to the Brian Chanceys of the world who always think ahead and purchase their tickets weeks in advance, my humbled apologies. And I just want to let you know that you will be sitting ringside for what may be Black Friday, January 1st, Black New Year, Dark New Year, whatever you want to call it, Black and Blue Year's Day. How about that? That sounds fantastic. Black and Blue Year's Day.
Tell them to be prepared. Bring their baseball mitts because it'll be like a baseball game. They're going to catch things such as the Rickster and Gooston when we throw them out of the ring. When they bring that positivity in there, that BS.
Nothing wrong with a little positivity.
No. This is the thing: is that positivity in $2 gets you a Sprite. And you know what? At the end of the day...
But did they get you an invisible Sprite?
Jeez, they told them to cut down the calories, and they're doing that. But basically, this is the thing about positivity, is that positivity is only going to take you so far, but Azrael and I are taking this seriously. We're not walking around, with our shake weights, our bungees. We're not walking around with our comic book cosplayers. We're just coming in here, and we're coming in there ready to fight, John.
Okay, well, I can ask nothing else of my wrestlers than to show up on game day ready to game. Let me just run through the schedule again, the card, if you will. We have a few changes. It had been previously reported that it was going to be Vito versus Vega, Alexander Vega. But in a phone call I just got from Joseph Saint, we're going to have the spaghetti-bending madman, Vito Fratelli, against the ultra-violent, is it violent? Yes, not violent, ultra-violent champion, Helmuth. Now, everyone knows that Helmuth and Flores, or Divine Intervention, both hold the same claim to that title. So that should be interesting. Vito Fratelli is clearly not the type of guy to be taken lightly or to be trifled with. So Helmuth is going to need every little trick in his book, and if he might even need his buddy Freddie Flores.
I never thought I would see the day I'd root for Vito Fratelli.
Yeah, me neither, right? Okay, also, Vega will be taking on his former... Alexander Vega will be taking on his former tag team partner, Freddie Flores. That's right. Freddie Flores, formerly of Divine Intervention. Fighting Freddie Flores from Philadelphia fights for freedom, figuratively.
Philly cheese
he will be taking on Alexander Vega here Once again, that's going to be Black and Blue Year's Day. Here, we will be streaming it live. More information on that. We will be selling minimal tickets here. That is provided all things are, Southern California not being on fire and all. We also have Chris Nasty. For those of you who haven't seen him, I believe he's made his ring debut last weekend. Is that right?
I believe so.
He will be taking on veteran of OCCW and a member of the Family Bonds professional wrestler Bulletproof. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You saw Bulletproof's last showing here at OCCW. You saw one of the most amazing matches. Go ahead. You look like you want to say something.
Not Tom Dupree. That's just one of our fans. Billy Bonds has actually been trying to speak to me about that. Billy, if you're watching this, I should be free next Wednesday. Go on.
I thought Azrael was handling things for you. Why are you speaking to the guy from the Family Bonds?
Well, we don't know if Azrael's going to be here. He could be somewhere doing some... the master could be doing his bidding.
Conspicuous in his absence. I'm telling you, I would be remiss if I did not bring it up. Conspicuous in his absence is Azrael. And for those of you who are worried, concerned, maybe he wasn't wearing his mask or he wasn't sheltering in place or whatever you are afraid it is not true. He had a tax issue that he had to take care of before the end of the year. He had to pay him. So he was unable to attend. I'm sure he'll be back next week, and don't worry about him. Don't worry. He's not locked up. He's not in the hospital. He's not ever going to die, I don't think. He will be back next week. You will see him at Social Distortion, along with this man, Jack Bruce Davidson, in the main event.
You're going to get to see a live mauling of positivity. It's almost like you're rooting for the New York Knicks or, the Los Angeles Chargers. A lot of positivity is going to die in the parking lot of Stanton.
Well, be that as it may, they will still show up. The team of Rickster, another newcomer along in the same vein as JBD, and the Orange County Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Gusten Thunder Uberstud will team up against JBD Azrael in the main event for Black and Blue Year's Day. That's January 1st here at the Della O Training Center in Uptown Stanton. As you can see in the background, we may be clearing some of this off, but it will be live. It will be all the way live. Go ahead.
Are the stipulations still in effect for that match?
No DQ. Thank you for reminding me. No DQ. There must be a winner.
No DQ, no problem.
And what about Azrael? If he wins,
he gets a shot. That's right. If the team of JBD and Azrael win, Azrael will get a shot at Gusten Uberstud in the steel cage in our annual cage match.
What do I get?
Whatever rookies get paid for winning their first main event match. You should be happy
Sprite.
with that. That is provided that Azrael seeks to pay you.
Do I get a Sprite?
Do you have $2? Nah.
No, but I got some positivity.
Okay, well then come back with $2 and you get yourself a Sprite.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna get him anything but a beatdown. Jeez.
All right. Let's see that. Chris Nasty, JBD, and Azrael. So this and much more. There's a little bit more on the card. We'll get to that as we go along. Also, while we're on the subject of changing dates and moving and removing, we did have occasion, for those of you who've been following the action around SoCal know that VWE was able to host a show in Yuma, Arizona earlier or late last weekend. And unfortunately, they had a show planned for January 5th. They're going to be unable to hold such show. So that's going to be moved in probably to the early part of next year. Jason Heisel and the folks at VWE want to extend their apologies and they feel bad about it, but it's the way it is. I'm sorry, and it isn't just because the state is telling us we can't. Trust me, the state telling me what I can do and what those days have never been, and they never will be. Unfortunately, we have a few. We've had concerns from the fans, the crew, the wrestlers. And so in the interest of making sure everyone it feels a little better, we're just moving it to New Year's Day. And I know what you're saying. Oh, but I'm gonna be so busy on New Year's Day. No, you're not. You know what? You're not. If you're a wrestling fan, chances are nobody invites you to parties anyway, right? I know I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, and I don't know if that's the reason why no one invites me to their parties, but I know that you will have New Year's Day off because you'll be rocking New Year's Eve, right? Friday will be a holiday. Saturday is Saturday, so you guys will have like this 4-day stretch of stuff to do. And what better to do than join OCCW for probably what may be the show of the year, right?
I can tell you.
At least by that point it will be, yes.
At that point, it absolutely will be.
I can tell you my year is going to start on a high note. The ball is going to drop, and then I'm going to drop freaking the Rickster back into his mom's basement where he belongs. You know, I've proven before I can beat you, Rickster. If you're going to watch this and, you know, comment little things, you know, like, quote, stupid memes, well, you know what? Go train with your powerlifter instructor, your shake waiter, and, you know, we're going to see what that stuff is going to get you. Because positivity here is just screw positivity.
Screw positivity. That's not a very happy attitude to have.
Life's not happy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. That said, okay, tell us what's going. Did you get a chance to tell us what's going on in the news?
Nope. Because the only news that's worth telling is that JBD is going to beat the Rickster down, and that Azrael is going to beat Gusten Uberstad down.
Okay, let me explain something to you, young man. You have a job to do. You were contracted to do a certain type of job. Yes, wrestling, you signed the contract for wrestling, but that doesn't happen to January 1st. You still have duties, and if you are derelict in your duties, you might not get the opportunity to perform other said duties, i.e. wrestle, if you do not do the hard stuff. Now, I am pressing you right now. Give us some news from the world of wrestling.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre has won the WWE Championship back from Randy Orton, so it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns at the Survivor Series pay-per-view, and, you know, basically, which is going to be very interesting because, you know, with the Thunderdome there, there's not going to be really any crowd, so, like, you know, it's going to be an interesting dynamic, like, who's going to be cheered, who's going to be booed, you know, and I guess the speakers are going to be able to tell that story.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
And everything else has just been very spotty, so.
Okay, now I keep getting these, I set my DVR to record all the wrestling that's on TV in hopes that I find like a stray indie promotion in like Northern Iowa or something like that, a late night channel, 378 or something like that. All I get is Impact, AEW, and WWE. I guess Ring of Honor isn't on any of the channels that I have.
No.
Okay.
You have to pay extra.
But for some reason, I am still getting Impact Wrestling every week. What's going on there? Anything?
Impact Wrestling? Nothing of note. Like I said last week, they lost the trio, the Radical, not the Radicals, but
the Rascals.
The Rascals, pardon me. They lost them, so it seems like that with the new year, a lot of new talent is going to be coming in, and a lot of talent's going to be leaving due to going to AEW, WWE, New Japan, etc.
Interesting. Okay, so they're still
kind of fledgling ever since the whole Tessa Blanchard controversy where they stripped her of the title and she was fired. And
I don't know what it is about the Blanchards. They must be really difficult to deal with because the dad was, had all kinds of problems. Well, I mean, he had problems, all right, but I mean, like, he would bounce. He couldn't get along with the Crockett's, couldn't get along with McMahon. Couldn't come back to WCW when the Crockett's didn't own it. It's like.
It seems like that there's entitlement that runs in that family.
And you know what? Sometimes, and it's been my experience, I've seen families involved in wrestling. Even at this level, I've seen the elder person of said family giving really bad advice to the younger members of the family. To the point where don't sell for him or don't put that guy over or you shouldn't have to sell to just some really bad advice. And I'm like, your advice is not so. That's also something to think about. So
of course.
There's always that.
But the Tessa Blanchard thing was just stupid.
Shed a little light, if you will.
She was in Mexico, quarantined with her boyfriend. I guess they lived down there.
Okay.
And she was the champion of Impact Wrestling. Impact, all they asked her to do was to film a couple promos from her home.
Sure.
And send them in.
I ask you guys
by
to do all the time.
email or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. And she didn't do them.
She just refused to do them.
Yeah. It's not like she was holding up for money or
right.
there was a drug scandal. She just didn't do her job.
Huh. Well, there you go. It's probably getting some bad advice from someone. Maybe not Dad, because Dad's busy waving the Bible.
Well, he's in AEW.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe that's what it was. Huh?
And maybe she saw that her father was in AEW, so she's like, I'm gonna jump ship and be AEW champion.
Here's something that you people have to put into perspective. Okay, AEW is, we'll say, number 2 right now.
Yeah.
Fair enough, or at least it was at the time when Tessa had okay, you have to remember, okay, I'm going to sell out Impact to go to AEW. Impact is what, 15, 20 years old at this point?
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and AEW is what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so, not smart.
Also, ever since that happened, there's been a lot of yelling from Impact. There's been management, wrestlers, I should say, in Impact management, where apparently there's two sides. Some people say that Impact is too demanding, and some people say that the talent is too demanding. So it's like it kind of gives management the wrong image. So basically, it scares talent away from being there.
I will say this: I'm a few weeks behind on Impact. I need to catch up, especially with Bound for Glory. But I've been watching. Their talent is still pretty amazing.
Impact?
Yeah, they have some great talent. They've got
anytime someone is getting paid a living wage,
Yeah.
And you have an entire roster of people getting paid a living wage, the wrestling is going to be fantastic, right?
Yeah.
It's when they start getting paid a shit ton of money, right, that the wrestling starts to go down, because now they're more worried about, they're more concerned with protecting their, their future, and and then that's,
What also depends on if creative has something, who knows what to do with them. I mean, because they got two guys in Impact that were in Impact Wrestling in the name of EC3 and Eric
Right.
Young.
Even I know who
They
those
were
guys are.
they were wonderful when they were in Impact Wrestling. They went to WWE. They had no clue what to do with them.
That's
They're back in Impact again, and they're both top of
lighten
the
it
card
up,
now.
lighten it up.
Yeah.
And you know what? And you can put that small fish, big pond, big fish, small pond kind of mentality is. But the reality is, if someone, it's so hard. It's so hard to put into words that this product is better, but this product is packaged better. Therefore, this product sells more. I mean, that's really all there is to it.
It seems that WWE and AEW have, well, more so WWE, they have the habit of taking the best talent just so they can have them away from their competition.
Yeah.
to
Like the New York
suffocate them.
Yankees, right?
It's like the New York Yankees didn't need Garrett Cole. They just knew that the Angels needed him more, and they took him.
Absolutely.
I was also told from a person that PCW is also no longer.
PCW, Pacific Coast
PCW.
Wrestling, they're gone.
I think MLW is still going though.
MLW. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
MLW.
Well, it's too bad about PCW, but why are they? Anyway,
COVID got him.
But
COVID got them.
but the big story this week.
Big story.
Big story.
Zelina Vega.
Yes, that's actually something I was meaning to tell you about, is that Zelina Vega tweeted out a tweet that said, "I support unionization," and not even 2 hours later, the WWE has come to terms of release of Zelina Vega. We wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors.
Actually, there's more to it than that.
Did she
course.
mean to say immunization?
No.
Okay.
Actually, from the way I heard it, WWE recently has basically told all of its workers, all of its wrestlers, to delete any third-party accounts like Twitch.
Yeah, and fans only
Or,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Only fans, whatever it's
Right.
called.
Well, after that decree was put out, Zelina opened an OnlyFans page, and she also had a Twitch page. Now, apparently, these are under her real name, not under Zelina Vega.
Okay.
And when they told her to take it down, she didn't, and that's what caused her to get terminated. And it was right at that point she suggested unionization, and apparently, she's friends with someone from SAG-AFTRA, and they're actually
Screen Actors Guild.
yeah. And
I don't know what the AFTRA stands for.
the American Federation of Television Radio Artists.
Okay.
And they're apparently working on trying to get wrestling unionized.
That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea, and I'll tell you why. Because there are still some states in the union where the state athletic commission holds sway. You have to be licensed. They can tell you who can wrestle and what kind of matches you can avoid. Blood is almost no longer an issue because no one juices anymore. But let me tell you this, all right? And this goes the same for boxing, for MMA, for the major sports. You'll notice the NFL, the Major League Baseball players, NHL and the NBA, they do not have. They have a union, but they do not have to answer to the state athletic commission.
The Players Association.
Right. They have the Players Association. All right. You'll notice that all the fight leagues they have the state athletic commission, but they don't have a union.
Mm-hmm.
The moment that the owners now not only do they have to answer to the union, now they have to answer to the state. Okay, so like, okay, I own this shit. I have to answer to you and to you. I'm going to fold it up and it's going to go away. And that's exactly what will happen. All right. Unionization for a fighting sport, right? As long as there is government interference, is the kiss of death. I promise you right now.
The main argument for unionization in terms of people for WWE is they think that Vince McMahon could afford it because he's a multi-millionaire.
Well, you know what?
anything to
He's
say
a
about that?
multi-millionaire because he's a smart businessman. All right?
Yeah.
He's not broke. He doesn't have to hide his taxes from the world. So what can happen is he'll just say, okay, I'm going to take my billions and walk away. Enjoy your union. What are they going to do? They're going to go and they're going to sink you AEW. Then they'll go and sink Impact Wrestling. Then they'll go and sink. They'll continue to sink everything away until the wrestling is no more. That's exactly what will happen. Good luck with that union. It's a bad idea, and it's a good way to kill the golden goose. I promise you. Manage your money better. All right? Stand up for yourself a little bit better.
One of the problems I see with unionization is there's going to be a lot more, and I hate to say it like this, wrestler deaths. Because with a union, one of the things the union is looking for is health care. And if the workers have that health care guaranteed in their contracts, they're going to take more risks in the ring, and they're going to get more injuries, and we're going to see an uptick in mortality rates, in my opinion.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that, but no. The only thing that one thing that surely will die is the state of wrestling. I mean, I promise you. If unionization happens to any of that, wrestling, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, it's the end of that sport as we know it.
It's interesting you bring that up, Lex Icon. Sorry, I just
That's okay, go ahead.
But because when you have medical insurance and you know you're covered, you could be more reckless, and that's the case with everything. When you have more money, when you lose at a game of poker and you lose some money, it's not going to be as damaging to you because you're gonna be like, oh, it's fine. I got a huge bank account. So the wrestlers with that in mind could be like, oh, it's okay if I tear my ACL or my Achilles, like the union's got my back. I'm still gonna have medical coverage and whatnot. And it could, not everybody's gonna have a torn ACL. There could be broken necks. There could be spinal.
More wrestling deaths than there are already in hotel rooms and such.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, you may be right. Maybe in-ring deaths and all that, but I don't know if it will be more deaths.
Just an interesting perspective.
But I am vehemently against unionization. I really am. Okay. And it's not because I own a wrestling company, right? Yeah. But let me tell you something. If they tried to pull that shit with me, I'd be like, okay, you're all fired. It's over. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I don't answer to you. I take all the risk. I make all the investments. All right? Except for in the ring.
You can walk in union out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, you can unionize your way on out. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is.
Seems like companies have taken more steps to make the companies safer. Like AEW is offering partial compensation for hotel rooms and whatnot, and like rental cars.
Well, that's something like, okay, here's another thing. The WWE, or Titan Sports as it were, seems to walk this strange line of they're independent contractors, therefore they have to pay for their car rentals, their airfare, and their hotel rooms.
Yes.
But they can't have an OnlyFans page. Right?
That's the big controversy right now, is that people are saying that the WWE was too hard on Zelina because of this, because she's not using her WWE character on these Twitch pages and OnlyFans pages. But the other side of that coin is all these people who would be subscribing to these Twitch pages and OnlyFans and paying the money for these. She wouldn't have as many people if she wasn't in the WWE.
Yeah,
so
but I mean, that's like going to work at
sword,
Walmart and saying you wouldn't have as many friends on your Facebook page if you didn't see so many people at Walmart. Is it Walmart? You see what I'm saying?
It's the controversy of that one Disney person that with the OnlyFans earlier this year. Is that what you're saying? Like how she?
Well, no. This is just what I know about Zelina. So she said, would she? You have, okay. You see me. my name is Ben.
Yes.
You know, I go on I get myself a Twitch page or a Twitch channel, and people pay, I don't know, $30 for a subscription.
Sure.
Whatever it is.
Can you do that thing with the Jello and the
exactly.
and the push-up pops?
Yes.
But now, if I work for John as Lex Icon, and I have 20 people come to the show and see me and know me as Lex Icon and know my backstory, I'm going to have 15 more subscribers on my Twitch page, which I might not have
now
if people didn't know me from
Now,
OCCW.
Okay, there's a difference between being a smart businessman and a greedy businessman. Smart businessman will say, okay, well, if it works that way, if people come here, they see him, and then they sign onto his page, right? Maybe someone will see him on his page and then want to come see him in person at my show, okay? I don't have to turn around and say, everybody who sees my people needs to be giving me all their money all the time. Right, and that's the small-minded thinking that sinks giant ships, right? Squeezing your audience for every last dime, and now squeezing your employees, contractors, whatever the hell you want to call them, for every last dime, just because they're on your shitty TV show, whose ratings keep going down, right? You know what? If you were thinking, you'd say, well, maybe some guy who what's her name?
Selena.
Wait.
Okay, it may be someone who sees Selena, whatever her name is,
Vega, yes.
Vega, and enjoys watching her OnlyFans page. Maybe he'll tune in to WWE to see more of her. No, you got to think of it the other way. I'm not getting any money, so this Vince. I've been saying this since I was 15 years old. You're sailing that thing. I mean, it may be off in the distance, but you're sailing that ship into a friggin' iceberg.
Also, before we go on, Zelina Vega and Alexander Vega, no relation. No relation.
Yes, definitely no relation. I've seen her
You
picture.
should see Alexander Vega's OnlyFans page.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to want some money for that. So, all right, moving right along. Was it September 19th, Social Dystopia?
Yes, Social Dystopia.
September 19th,
The birth of
2020. Social Dystopia. Ladies and gentlemen, OCCW's first show since lockdown. I'm going to do my best to shriek myself.
Abracadabra. Hey.
There we go. All right.
I'm from Sicily, Italy.
I'm going to move over a little bit because all right, the spaghetti bending madman, Vito Fratelli. That's right, making his return to OCCW. You'll notice we are outdoors. That's right. In the effort of in the interest of social distancing, we moved our ring outside. If you'll notice, we have a few people with, I don't want to say special needs because that has a different meaning altogether. The people with distinct needs are inside. The average crowd is sitting around. Now, you know, one thing I like about Jack Cartwheel is
Second best Jack in OCCW.
Yes. And from a promoter standpoint, he draws more girls to my show than any wrestler I've had. So he will be continuing to join us here at OCCW. And look at that. Man's just an incredible athletic specimen.
I can do that. I just choose not to.
If I wore those trunks, I would also draw a lot of girls to your shows.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, then wear those trunks.
No.
Girls have money too. You might need a big pen and paper to draw those girls.
I don't get it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Shut your mouth. First of all, when Vito Fratelli has the microphone, you keep your mouth shut. You keep your mouth shut.
It looks more like a schmeckle.
It's kind of like Capicola, if you ask me.
I don't know who that is, but
Oh, that's
okay. Huh? That's a meat product. Yeah.
For all you inconsiderate, ignorant Americans here,
How did you get that microphone?
I'm gonna sing the
Pretty much yanked it
Italian
out of my
national anthem.
You know, and I frankly do not give you 1 ounce of blame for not fighting back for
Yeah,
that microphone.
I'm gonna go
That
against him,
guy,
though.
he's big, he's strong, most of all, he's mean.
I still feel the burns.
Yeah.
I have
You gotta let him sing the Italian national anthem. Crying out loud, people. A little tolerance. See, and true to form,
America.
I also have a credo of not arguing with people in satin jackets.
Definitely had the nicest jacket.
We got a handsome guy taking care of business around here.
Nice big Hurricane.
Hurricane Rana from Jack Cartwheel. Big chop to the chest. He is all over Vito Fratelli, up to the top rope, and a
Arm drag.
rolling arm, that flying arm drag. Misses with the back elbow. Another Hurricane Rana, head scissors.
I think they're going so fast even Big John, the referee's a little bit confused.
You know, he just kind of walked to the corner and started counting, which is what he, and outside of the ring.
Suicide dive.
Yeah, say, look, I'm not paying you guys to fight outside the ring, all right? Stay in the ring, Jack Cartwheel. Get back in the ring, Jack Cartwheel. Thank you, Jack Cartwheel. Stay in the ring, Jack Cartwheel.
You're going to have your hands full in the
Oh, my God, it's Jack Cartwheel. Oh, see, you know, you go to the well once too often, and you can forget about it, if I can borrow.
Ring apron is unforgiving. It's unforgiving.
Yes, that's right. And that's not what it's for anyway. You're supposed to be inside the ring.
Well, while we're here, we have 8 people watching, but the only people who've commented that I see are Fancy Nancy, Jessica Landua, and Mr. Luther Dansby.
Luther Dansby, how you doing, Luther Dansby? Hey, Fancy Nancy, hope you're enjoying the show. If my girl is out there watching, if Jack's girl is out there watching.
Now, what we can't see here is there's a lot going on outside the ring in the crowd.
Yeah, you know,
including Jack Cartwheel doing.
I'm gonna have to talk to the editors about this because here's us wrestling in the ring. Because you need to edit this stuff out, all right? And I have to talk to the wrestlers and say, hey, I purchased the ring for a reason. We put ropes around the ring for a reason. There are turnbuckles for a reason. The ring is soft for a reason. And it isn't so that you guys can go mess up all the rental chairs that I have a deposit on.
Don't worry, John. Don't worry. Come New Year's Day, I'll bring all the weapons. You know, I'll pay him out of pocket.
Yes. While we're looking at what the video equivalent of dead air, I'm going to say January 1st. That's Friday, January 1st. OCCW returns with Black and Blue Year's Day due to a postponement of Black Saturday. Once again, those of you who have purchased tickets, they will be redeemable at Black and Blue Year's Day. Cover from Vito Fratelli back in the ring. Once I start talking, they come back.
They planned it that way.
Jessica's enjoying the show. Thank you, Fancy Nancy. Glad you're enjoying it. One of these days, you're going to have to get your family to buy you a ticket and actually come to the show instead of getting it for free. Just kidding. To the turnbuckle. Oh, with some authority goes Jack Cartwheel. Here comes Vito Fratelli. Oh!
Big men should not fly that fast.
No, definitely. And look at the size of those feet. Boom! Right across the jaw of Jack Cartwheel.
You know what they say about big feet? Big socks.
Yes, and big shoes.
Big shoes.
Cartwheel, you know, Cartwheel's pretty resilient. He's working his way to his feet.
Shame for the big boss man there.
The bigger boss man, huh? Jeez, he's just center of the ring, body slam again. Okay, for as strong as he is and close to the ground as he is, he really generates a lot of force when he delivers those body slams or any kind of press slam. And I'm sure this is not comfortable. Oh man.
That's a total splash.
Yeah, exactly.
Call that the Parmesan plunge.
Yeah. Trading forearms in the center of the ring.
Mozzarella masher.
Inzagiri.
Vito's reeling.
Jessica, I'm not going to ask your family. You're going to ask your family. In fact, you're going to deny. You're going to ask. You're going to demand for Christmas they buy you a couple of tickets to Black and Blue Year's Day.
You can't get
Once
away
again,
with
Jessica, you have to ask them. Black and Blue Year's Day tickets are $20. Get a few. Have you even asked nicely yet, Jessica? No. all you always say is they're not going to let me. But I think they
Needs
will
the
if you ask
spine of,
nicely.
Jack
Have you been good all
Cartwheel.
year? Maybe Santa will bring them.
That's actually a good thing for our fans who are worried about social distancing. Buy 3 tickets and just have a seat on either side of you.
There you go. It's cheaper than going to a football game that you
Modern
can't afford to go
problems
to.
require modern solutions.
There you go.
Ooh, what a hilarious one.
Oh, look at that. See, those girls really liked Jack Cartwheel. See the one up to the left?
Oh, yeah.
They really, they were big fans.
Definitely. Vito taking his sweet time.
Volare.
Delamitri, he is not.
Cartwheel. Oh! Ducks that flank or the high kick. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Strong as you are, clearly he doesn't miss leg day. But then again, I don't think Vito's ever missed a meal. Oh, and he plants.
When Vito is putting that much punishment on you, you're going to have problems picking that big man up.
Yeah, definitely.
Vito started having the speed over the counter. Looks like a cat toying with his dinner. All that weight on the rope.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This was Jack Cartwheel's first match with OCCW, was it not?
First singles match.
It's his first singles match. He was.
He's in the Battle Royal.
He was the second best Jack in the Rumble.
In the corner. Cartwheel's out of the corner. Comes with a high shin to the jaw. Boom! I've always loved that set of moves. Ending in a back elbow. It looks like he's going to try it again. Or things of that nature. Oh, nice. Yes, Fancy Nancy. I miss all my friends at Empower. Oh! And somehow, Vito kicks out. Cartwheel is beside himself. He cannot fathom the idea.
Marinara Madman takes a lot to bring down.
Maniac.
Marinara Maniac.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Back to the Kataguruma. Didn't quite get it. Belly to back suplex. Cartwheel launches himself out of it. Comes with another Kataguruma attempt. Oh!
A rolling DVD.
Looked to me like a leg drop off a Kataguruma. Not something you see every day. Or ever, yeah.
That's why you come to OCCW.
That's right. Oh! But sadly enough, I've seen that one too many times. And I have a feeling that this might be all
Buckle ball.
for Jack Cartwheel. Oh, no. You know, that's one of the difficulties of being a young guy. He
fly straight into the canvas. Where was positivity for him there?
You make some bad decisions and they end badly. Yes, Luther. Hey, Luther, did you notice that not only can Jack Bruce Davidson fly, but Big John can count to 3? That's right.
I can fly.
Did I say Jack Bruce Davidson? I meant to say Jack Cartwheel.
I can fly.
So all small organizations are gone, and the big ones only stay and they pay the union. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that they're going to do
create a monopoly.
But that's not going to happen. I mean, nobody in their right mind will allow it. You know what? I would close my doors before I allowed a union to start because, I mean,
I need a place to inflict pain on people.
At the same time, I would not try to enforce the same draconian business practices that the WWE seems to be able to do to its employees / contractors, whatever you want to. That man can crash. Oh, Ashley Hunter. Hi, everyone. Hello. Thomas Gralva, I had an opportunity to work out with him a little bit earlier today. He almost choked me, so good job, Tommy. Thank you for watching the podcast. Vivian Gonzalez also tried to choke me today. Luther Dansby, well, he did not. Let's see. Ashley Hunter, hi, good to have you with us. Who else is watching?
Tapia.
Yeah,
Luis Tapia. I realize that you're taking this pandemic seriously, so put your mask on, put your rubber gloves on, give me a call, and come visit me at the dojo in the middle of the day when there's no one here. All right, I miss you, and I'd be happy to shoot the breeze with you and see you again. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, we have come to a new segment in our show. It's called Tag Team Trivia. All right, Tag Team Trivia. So, how much money you got on you?
How much money did Azrael allow you to
This
keep?
hoodie wasn't cheap.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. All right, let's see here. I have in my possession 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All singles. How convenient.
$6. Okay.
James Harden.
$6. Yeah. $6. Do you have any cash on you?
Cash?
See, us
No.
older guys carry cash.
No.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to loan you $3. All right, I'm gonna be expecting you to pay me back. I'm gonna loan you $3, and so that covers what? 3 questions?
We could just.
It covers the bus
winner
ride
take
home.
all. We could just do winner take all.
Bus
Okay.
ride home.
All right.
I have a bunch of questions. We can do 10 winner take all.
All right.
We'll
All
do-
right. So with tag team trivia, Lex will ask. It's very simple. Lex will ask a question. We will have 1 minute to answer said question. 30 seconds to
they're not
answer
even-
said question.
They're not even that. They're not even
Okay,
that bad.
we're gonna answer. Whoever answers the question correctly, we'll say their name. You'll say your name when you have the answer. I'll say my name when I have the answer, and then he will decide who went first.
Is there like a button? Like a,
We don't have a button. Obviously, there's no fucking button. Jesus.
If I would have thought I would have brought buttons, I have them. But
Okay.
basically, the way it's going to work is I'm going to give you 2 wrestlers who worked in a tag team. I'm going to give you their real names,
Okay.
and you have to name the tag team.
Okay.
I
All right.
see.
That's pretty. Yeah. Yoga Star. Nancy says hi. Jack Bruce Davidson says hello. Jonathan Mallon says he loves you very much.
And I will say that these run the gamut from the 80s,
Okay. Then
Probably
I
through
have
the-
a chance.
probably through to the Attitude Era.
Okay. Well, then I have a good chance. All right. And those of you playing at home, please feel free to send your answer in.
All right. We're going to start with an easy one.
Okay.
Brian Yandrisovich and Jerome Saganovich.
Oh, the Nasty Boys. John. Boom, the Nasty Boys.
That is correct.
All right. That's 1 for John. So I get $1. All right.
All right. James Crookshanks and Kelly Wolf.
Demolition. John. Boom, Demolition.
No.
Oh.
You want to take it?
boom. I want to say the Bushwhackers.
No. They had a short stint in WWE as part of the Nation of Domination, PG-13.
Nobody knows them. You could have used their real names, we wouldn't have known who they were, or their ring names.
All right. Here you go. Michael Durham and Theodore Petty.
Black Stallion.
Or Ted Petty.
Michael Durham and Theodore Petty.
Yep.
The Midnight Rockers.
No. I will give you a hint. These guys were in WWE, WCW, and ECW.
It wouldn't have happened to been the Dudley Boys, would it?
No. Public Enemy.
Oh.
Public Enemy.
No.
All right. Here you go. If you guys don't get this one, you're not allowed to be wrestling fans anymore.
Okay.
Michael Foley and Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, the Rock and
the
Sock
Rock and Sock
Connection.
Connection.
I said it first.
He knocked the table, though. He did kind of technically buzz in.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
It's okay.
All right. Here we go.
Yes.
Andrew Martin and Matthew Bloom.
Test and
TNA.
Yeah, you got it. You beat your
Man, probably the only time.
All right.
So much
One
money.
of my favorites said sarcastically,
All this is going.
John Laurinaitis and Troy Martin.
that was in the NW or the WCW. Johnny Ace and who's the other guy's name?
Troy Martin.
Troy Martin. The Sheep Herders.
No.
Who? Oh no! Not the FBI. I don't remember.
It was
Jack Victory and Johnny Ace, right?
Nope. Troy Martin is Shane Douglas. It was the Dynamic Dudes.
Oh, the Dynamic Dudes. That's right.
All right, here you go. Bill Eadie and Barry Darso.
Bill E. Demolition.
There's your Demolition. Adam Copeland and Jason Resso.
Edge and Christian.
You got it.
I'll take that.
Monty Sopp and Michael Polklapek. I will give you a clue that Michael Polklapek won the Brawl for All.
The Smoking Guns.
The Smoking Guns.
Yes, it is the Smoking Guns.
Oh, man.
How many do you have now, JBD?
I have $5.
And John has one.
All this is
The
going
last
to
one.
Asriel.
John Tenta and Fred Ottman.
The natural disasters.
You got it.
All right.
Tugboat. Yep,
Yes.
Tugboat and Earthquake. All right. Now, you got to give me the tag team name of this one. Andrei Rusimov and Tonga Fafita.
The $1 Million Tag Team.
No.
No.
Damn.
You know who Andrei Rusimov is?
Yeah, that's Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
And
But they're
Jimmy Snuka?
Nope.
no, that's
Haku.
Haku.
They were the Colossal Connection.
I don't remember that. And that's from late 80s, early
Oh,
90s.
here we go. Richard Vigneault and Mercedes Solis.
Strike Force!
La
Yes,
Resistance.
strike force.
Everybody knows who Tito Santana is. If you got Latin blood in you, goddammit. All right, sorry.
Brian Adams and Brian Clark.
Okay, they were, I got it. And you can't deny this. They were part of the NWO.
Yes, but what was their tag team name?
NWO.
What? What?
You want to try and steal it?
What? No, at the end.
From WCW's dying days?
Chronic.
Yes, they were Chronic.
I'll give you one back.
Yeah.
All right.
How generous.
Michael Hickenbottom and Frederick Janetti.
Oh, that's the Midnight
the
Rockers.
Rockers.
The Midnight Rockers.
They were actually the Midnight Rockers first before they were the Rockers, so I got to give it to John on that one.
Rockers.
All right.
Damn you.
John Layfield and Ronald Simmons.
APA.
Yep.
Yeah, the Acolytes. I would have said the Acolytes.
Damn.
Nelson Frazier Jr. and Robert Horn. And Oscar.
Dudley Boys.
Say their names again.
Nelson Frazier Jr. and Robert Horn.
I
And they
have
were
no
accompanied
idea.
to the ring with Oscar.
I don't know who Oscar is.
Well, Oscar was the O. Nelson Frazier Jr. was the M. And Robert Horn was
Man
the
on
other
a
M.
Mission?
Yes. Mabel and Mo.
Ah.
Mark Lomonaco and Devon Hughes, or Devon Hughes.
The Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys.
There's your Dudleys. And
All right,
John
you-
takes them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Youth and ambition will always fall prey to age and corruption. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for watching.
No, I didn't win. I understand, Master. Yeah.
We want to thank you all for tuning in. I know, once again, the Black Saturday show for November 28th has been postponed. I want to apologize and re-announce that January 1st, 2021, put this crappy year in our rearview mirror. Black and Blue Year's Day will be the order of said day. I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching. I know you have many options of things with which you can watch. So on behalf of Lex Icon, Robert, the producer, JBD, all you need, and I am Jonathan Malice. I want to wish you a good night, and I hope that you take all of your bumps inside the ring.
I'm going to take them in the parking lot now.
You're going to take it